Let me start with a question. Does your organization use AI tools? ChatGPT, Copilot, automated screening systems, AI assisted analytics, any of these? If the answer is yes, here's the follow up question. Do you have a policy governing how they're used? In most organizations I've worked with, the honest answer is no, and that's the problem. Because AI doesn't wait for your policy to catch up, it's already running. Employees are already using it, data is already flowing through it, and without a policy, there are no guardrails, no accountability, and no clear owner when something goes wrong. That's not a technology problem, that's a governance problem. Here's what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to walk you through how to build a usable AI policy practically in about 10 minutes. No legal background required, no committee of 50 people, just a clear step-by-step walkthrough of the 6 core sections every AI policy needs. And at the end, there's a free, fully editable template you can download right from the description, already aligned with NIST AI RMF and ISO 42001. Think of this as the starting gun for your AI governance program. Whether you're building from scratch or formalizing something already in progress, this is where you begin. So, what exactly is an AI policy? The formal definition is a set of rules and guidelines that define how your organization develops, uses, and governs AI systems responsibly and accountably. But let me break that down in simpler terms. Think of it like a driver's handbook for AI. The car is powerful, the roads are complex, the handbook tells everyone the rules, who can drive, where, how fast, and what to do when something goes wrong. A strong AI policy does the same thing. It sets expectations for ethical use, defines how risks are managed, and ensures the organization can demonstrate alignment with the laws and regulations that increasingly govern AI. That's what we're building today. Why does this matter so much right now? 3 reasons. Risk, compliance, and accountability. On the risk side, AI introduces problems that traditional software doesn't. Biased decisions, hallucinated outputs presented as facts, unauthorized data exposure. Without a policy, these risks have no owner and no control. On the compliance side, regulators are no longer asking whether you use AI, they're asking how you govern it. The EU AI Act, GDPR, and emerging US state laws all expect documented governance. And on accountability, when an AI system causes harm, the question becomes who is responsible. Without a policy that answers that question in advance, the answer gets very messy, very fast. I like to think of an AI policy as a structured building, 6 load-bearing walls. Remove any one of them and the whole structure becomes unstable. The 6 sections are purpose, scope, principles, roles and ownership, risk management, and compliance. Each section does a specific job. Together they create something that's defensible to regulators, to auditors, to your own leadership team. I've seen policies that cover only 2 or 3 of these sections. They look professional, but when an incident hits, the gaps become immediately obvious. So let's walk through each section and understand what goes in it. The first 2 sections set the foundation for everything that follows. Purpose answers, why does this policy exist? It should be direct and tied to real outcomes. Something like, to ensure responsible AI use, manage AI-related risks, and comply with applicable laws and regulations. That's your anchor statement. It signals intent to regulators and auditors. Then scope answers, where does this policy apply? And this is where most policies get vague. Be specific. Does it cover all AI systems, internal tools only, or customer-facing too? What about third-party tools your employees are already using? Generative AI tools like ChatGPT and Copilot. If it's not in scope, it's not governed. Simple as that. Every AI policy needs a principle section, and this is where your organization makes its ethical commitments explicit. Think of these as your AI North Star. 4 principles every policy should include: fairness. AI systems must be tested for bias and monitored for discriminatory outcomes. Transparency. Decisions made by AI must be explainable and documented. Accountability. Every AI system needs a named owner responsible for its outputs and compliance. And privacy. Personal data used in AI must be protected and lawfully processed. These aren't just nice words on paper. When I worked on AI governance reviews, auditors go straight to this section and ask, Can you demonstrate that these principles are actually being applied? Your controls need to prove it. Here's the section that separates policies that actually work from policies that sit in a shared drive collecting digital dust. Ownership. Someone has to be responsible. At the governance level, who owns AI strategy and oversight? At the risk management level, who owns AI risk assessments and controls? At the business unit level, who is accountable for each AI system in use? When I worked with a financial services client on their AI governance program, the first thing we did was a simple exercise. List every AI system in use and ask who owns it. The answer in most cases was silence. Nobody had been named, and that's exactly how incidents turn into crises. Name the owners in the policy explicitly. These two sections are the operational heart of your policy. Risk Management Section 5 is where you define how AI risks are identified, assessed, and mitigated. Every AI system in scope gets a risk assessment. Use cases get categorized by risk level: low, medium, high, or unacceptable. Controls get assigned and reviewed on a schedule. The NIST AI RMF and ISO 42001 are your frameworks here. Compliance Section 6 is where you define how the policy is monitored and enforced. Audits, incident reporting, and importantly, consequences for non-compliance. A policy with no enforcement mechanism is just a suggestion, and suggestions don't protect organizations from regulators. Before we get to building, let me flag 3 mistakes I see constantly, because knowing them in advance saves a lot of rework. First, too generic. The policy sounds professional, but gives nobody any practical guidance. Employees read it and still don't know what to do in a real situation. Second, no ownership defined, no names, no roles, no accountability. When something goes wrong, everyone assumes someone else is handling it. Third, no enforcement mechanism. The policy exists, nobody monitors it, nobody reviews it, nobody enforces it. At that point, it's just a document, not a governance program. Avoid these 3 and you're already ahead of most organizations. Here's the practical sequence. 5 steps, 10 minutes, done. Step 1. Draft all 6 sections. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for coverage. A rough draft beats a blank page every time. Step 2. Nail your purpose and scope. Be specific. Step 3. Assign ownership at every level. Name people, not just job titles. Step 4. Add your initial risk controls. Even basic ones. Something documented is better than nothing. Step 5. Schedule your first quarterly review, because AI governance is a maturity journey, not a one-time event. Basic is fine on day 1. The goal is to get something in place, then mature it. Intermediate comes next. Advanced follows, but you can't get there without starting. You've got the framework, now you've got the starting point. The free AI policy template is linked in the description. Download it right now. It covers all 6 sections we just walked through. It's fully editable to fit your organization's context, and it's aligned with NIST AI RMF and ISO 42001. So you're not starting from a blank page, you're starting from a solid, practitioner-built foundation. If you want to go deeper and build a complete audit-ready governance program, the full AI governance course on Udemy is linked below as well. And subscribe for ongoing content on AI governance, cybersecurity, and data privacy. The next video is already waiting for you.